Because right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Josh, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports. Rich Walsh. I'll be joined by Andrew Fillipponi in a matter of moments on the 93.7 The Fan Cam, and we definitely have a lot to talk about. Mike Tomlin Day, the Tomlin press conference over on the South Side. And what did you make of it? I just want to get your opinion on the overall press conference. It sounds like TJ Watt's trending in the right direction. That's the best news I got out of it.
Well, the beginning of it where he's trying to gaslight fans into thinking like, hey, welcome to AFC North Championship Week, baby.
This is what they wanted, Tony. This is what they wanted.
Isn't this an honor? I'm so humbled to be coaching in this. You didn't play your way into it, okay? This is not a conference championship game like in college football. You backdoored your way in. This should have been de facto bye week for the Steelers. This should have been heal up Aaron Rodgers with that broken wrist. Anybody else who's of importance, a Jalen Ramsey, a Patrick Queen, take a rest, Joey Porter Jr., use that week to heal up. And then we're going to go out there and we're going to beat whoever we play in the wild card round. Instead, you've got to play a play-in game just to get into the playoffs. And you're not going to trick fans into thinking that this is something to be celebrated, that, oh, this is now right in line with all the many chapters of great games and great matchups in Steelers-Ravens history. No, the Ravens are 8-8 and have no business playing for a division championship. And frankly, the Steelers don't either after losing to Cleveland and only scoring 6 points in that game. So I'm not as excited as Mike Tomlin tried to lead us to believe we all should be. Oh, this is what football's all about, an AFC North championship game. Not when both teams are limping to the finish line in this division, Richie.
Pony, I don't know if it's me, but it seems like people are giving away tickets. I know a lot of my friends don't want to go, and I've seen people just trying to sell for face value. I don't know if it's the weather, if it's the night game, or if it's apathy that's really setting in.
I mean, it's the fact that this team blew it in Cleveland. And they had won 3 in a row, and it looked like things were different with Aaron Rodgers. And the way the defense stepped up against Detroit and the way they threw the ball downfield and made plays against Baltimore when they went there and won. And now you've got your best player dealing with this lung situation still. You've got maybe your most important offensive player, DK Metcalf, because your backup wide receivers stink. Your number 1 wide receiver got himself suspended for this game. And it's the same thing where last year you lost George Pickens and the passing offense died, and it's history repeating itself now. Except this time Metcalf got himself in trouble instead of a guy getting injured. So I totally get that. I mean, this team now is in a prove-it mode again with fans where they got to see it to believe it. And if they beat Baltimore and it's convincing, then I think everybody will get up for the playoff game next week. But I get why people are in a bad mood because they've seen this before from the Steelers, Richie, and they don't believe that anything's going to be different about this team now.
You know, over and over and over again, when was the last time the Steelers really took advantage of their situation? They had 2 times really this year. Go back and look at that Bengals game. They really could have put some distance in between them and the Ravens to really put this division away. And that's, in October? And then they had a chance to do it again. And both times this team failed. They failed that opportunity that was given to them.
I mean, that's been a calling card of Tomlin ever since they won their last playoff game in 2016. Is you're set up, you look like you're going places, and then you lose either easy games or these Tomlin games. I mean, I was talking about this on the air today, Richie. I mean, you can go all the way back. In 2018, they looked like they were a Super Bowl contender. They went to Oakland and they lost to a team that finished 4-12 because Ben got hurt and they couldn't find an X-ray machine. Do you remember that?
I was there. I was on the sidelines for that one.
So was I.
Yeah.
That's right. We were both there for that. And that ended up ultimately costing them a playoff spot. And that was Ben and AB and those guys still in their prime. And this has been a year after year thing. 2020, they end up losing to the Browns in the playoffs, but they lost to a horrible Bengals team late in that season. They do things like this under Tomlin, and it happens over and over again. And that's why I think fans are so fed up and they're so ready for change. because quarterbacks have changed and coordinators have changed, but the head coach hasn't changed, and the results stay the same.
Also, hey, big night, a special night here, Pony. It's Diane Ireland's birthday. It's a milestone birthday. Happy birthday, Diane Ireland.
Let's go, Diane.
I know. We appreciate all the Irelands do here on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. She's going to have a great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. They were out to dinner tonight, her and Gary celebrating her milestone birthday. And then they're headed up to Deep Creek over the next couple days. So it should be a fun couple days for the Irelands. I know it's always fun on this show. I know they're big fans of the show. Big fans of you, Pony, too.
Well, I got a big milestone birthday on Friday, Richie.
Oh, no way. How old?
40.
40. That is a big one. You and Diane are the same age. Happy birthday to you,
happy
Pony.
Birthday, Diane.
And happy birthday, Diane. Back in a couple minutes. All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. This is our Xfinity tweet of the night. Here are your finalists. Hines Ward, not on this list, snubbed for the 10th consecutive year, but you know who is? Larry Fitzgerald, a couple other receivers like Reggie Wayne, Torrey Holt. I think Larry's a lock to get in first year. What do you think?
Absolutely. He's one of the, I'd say, 10 best wide receivers of all time. I think Drew Brees is another lock. I think both of those guys will go into Canton on their first try. There's a lot of other, I think, close calls, interesting calls. I'm disappointed that Torrey Holt and Reggie Wayne get put on this list ahead of Hines Ward. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, Reggie Wayne got to play with Marvin Harrison, and Torrey Holt got to play with Isaac Bruce. And I get it. Stallworth had Swan, and Swan had Stallworth, and both of those guys got into the Hall of Fame. But they also won 4 Super Bowls. Okay, the Rams won 1, the Colts won 1. And Wayne had good numbers, and so did Holt. But to me, they did not define, you know, they did not stand out in their era of football. Hines Ward was a one-of-a-kind player. I don't think Torrey Holt was, and I don't think Reggie Wayne was. So I get it. We're biased here. But I think Ward should have been ahead of both those guys. But I can't put him ahead of Larry Fitzgerald. If I had to only put one wide receiver in from this class, how could I not put Larry Fitzgerald in over Hines Ward?
No question about it. And do you weigh Super Bowl MVP at all? Does that come into play here, you think? Because Hines Ward's the only one with one.
It should. I mean, I get it. It's only one game, but it's what we all play for. It's the biggest of games. You know, that's why I know this is obviously a debate that's going to go on endlessly until he either gets in or doesn't get in. But that's one of the reasons why I think Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. Look, his overall record's not good, and he's led the league in interceptions more than he did anything else. He played Tom Brady in the Super Bowl twice, beat him both times, not by luck. He outplayed him. In their 2 Super Bowl runs, he threw 15 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. When he retired, he was top 10 in passing yards and in touchdown passes. Okay? So to me, yeah, was he better than Ben? No. Was he even better than Phillip Rivers? Debatable. But he won 2 Super Bowl MVPs and outplayed the greatest quarterback of all time, including an undefeated Patriots team in both of those games, Richie.
The Manningham catch could be considered luck, right?
I mean, I think the Tyree more so, but you got to look at that play, and yeah, a guy caught a ball off his helmet. Whip-de-doo. I mean, great play by Tyree. He also had to get, I mean, a guy had him by the jersey. He had to avoid a sack to make that throw. So, yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of luck in there. I mean, if Nick Harper picks up that ball and goes all the way for a touchdown and the Steelers don't win the Super Bowl, is Jerome Bettis in the Hall of Fame? Maybe not, Richie.
Yeah, you know, that's
I mean, he owes a debt of gratitude to Ben.
Yeah. All right, big night for the Penguins. They won 5-1. Skinner, first win in 4 starts for the Penguins. You know, it's crazy that it's Eastern Conference right now. Carolina, who's the best team in the East, 51 points. Penguins have 43. You really only separated by 8 points. So if the Penguins go on another streak, they're right back in it.
Yeah. I was at the game tonight. You know, you expect Sidney Crosby to do great things, and he's on pace to score almost 50 goals at 38, which is just insanity, how good he still is. The fact that they have gotten the production they have from their second-line wingers, to me, is a great testament to Kyle Dubas. Justin Brazeau set a career high in goals with 12 tonight. They're not even halfway through the season. He's already got 12. And Mantha scored his 13th goal. And both of those guys were very cheap signings. and have been productive players. And lately, they haven't played with Malkin because he's been out.
Yeah.
And it's those types of guys, I think, that's what separates a good GM from a great GM. You got to find those diamond in the rough players. And to Dubas's credit for this year's team, he's been able to do that with both of those guys.
You also need goaltending. Let's get out to the phone lines. We got Joe out in Verona. How you doing, Joe?
Guys, Happy New Year coming up for both of you.
You too.
Thanks.
Listen, the way I look at it, two things. The Steelers organization, there's no consequences. No one gets fired. Everybody's happy. They're all paying their kids through college. Everybody's smiling. They get the 15 draft choice. Good for that. But somebody said on national television in October that in 18 years, Tomlin has lost 43 games for teams under 500. So you can check that out. But if that's true, that's a real good coach. Thank you, and have a good New Year and a healthy one, boys.
I just saw someone on Twitter today, or X, I forget who it was. It was a national host talking about, hey, big deal. Tomlin has 21 years. What did the Steelers have 21 years of non-losing seasons? But, you know, you pointed out how many teams that had losing seasons that won championships, like the Patriots, like Tampa Bay, like the Eagles, like the Chiefs. You have all these teams that had losing seasons, but the Steelers, they haven't, but they haven't really won anything since what? Their last Super Bowl.
Richie, he's been here for a while. In only 4 of his seasons has he won a playoff game. 2008 when they won the Super Bowl, 2010 when they lost the Super Bowl, 2015 when they won the crazy Vontaze Burfict game, and then the next year when they went to the AFC Championship game. That's it. 4 years out of 18, they've won playoff games. That's unacceptable. That's not good enough. I don't care about going 9-8 or going 8-8 to preserve a streak. That's not enough years where you competed for Super Bowls. 14 out of 18 years? Going to be 15 out of 19?
Pony, what do you think another franchise?
A playoff game?
What do you think another franchise would have done, like the Eagles, if they had Tomlin? I mean, they already fired. Yeah, they fired 100%. Andy Reid, right?
They fired Doug Peterson after he won the Super Bowl. Fired, 100%.
2 of them.
Gone. Yes, gone. Here's what I want to ask you. They've got this option to pick up on Tomlin at the end of the year for 2027. Adam Schefter reported that. No one refuted it. That 2026 is guaranteed, but 2027 is not. If they lose to the Ravens, do you think they pick that option up?
If that's the case, I would say no, but if they win this game, I think they do pick it up.
Agreed, but if they don't, then that means Tomlin's a lame duck going into 2026. I can't see him accepting that.
And maybe
that's where...
I don't know what the storyline will be, but maybe they'll make it out to this is what both parties wanted right now, and we'll see as we go. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seems like Mike Tomlin is going to call his own shot. That's what it seems like to me.
Well, he's not calling the shot if they decline the option, though.
Well, I guess you're right if you put it that way. I guess with contracts, they can do so many different things to make it look like there's an extension or maybe not extension. I just look. I think, I don't know if I heard on the Fan, it was one of your shows where someone was talking about a percentage of him being back next year, and I'm at 100%, whether they win or lose. I think he's back on the Steelers sidelines next year. I don't know about you.
100%, man. I mean...
Oh, look, 95. We'll do the 5% of just something happening because he's been in the league 19 years. But I am 90% positive, no matter what happens in this game, he's back next year.
Yeah, you're probably right, and I think that's a shame. I think you should have to win something significant over a 9-year period to keep your job. And if he wins the AFC North, okay, not a great season, not a terrible one. If you lose it, and you lose it because you lost to the Browns and then potentially Tyler Huntley at home with the playoffs on the line, Richie?
You know, 2 or 3 straight weeks in that locker room, unprompted, guys came to his defense. That makes you think what the players think of him, though, right?
Well, if you lose again on Sunday, I don't really care what the players think of him, to be honest with you. They can go too.
We got to take a break. Back in a couple minutes. All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Back out to the phone lines. We got Terry out in Roughdale. How you doing, Terry?
Good. How you doing, man? Thanks
Good.
for taking my call.
Yep.
I was just wondering if you guys think our defense has a plan in place to stop Henry.
Well, they didn't stop Henry last time. He had almost 100 yards. Would they have like over 200 rushing, period? They didn't stop him in the playoffs last year. I know that's going to be their key to stop him.
Well, the key to stop him is hope that Lamar Jackson plays and John Harbaugh puts the ball in Jackson's hands a lot, I think, would be a big one. Also, your offense to win the time of possession, which the Steelers rarely do in games. They've had the ball, I think, less than any team in the NFL this season. So unless those things change, I think they're in for a long day. Let's hope Derek Harmon continues to be the run-stuffing defender that he's been when he's played this year.
A lot of big games coming up in the next couple of days. Pony, got any upsets? I'm talking about college football playoffs.
I like Ole Miss
Ole
to
Miss?
beat Georgia. And what the heck happened to Pitt against East Carolina? And now all their wide receivers are leaving.
They're chasing the money, Pony. I know. A few weeks ago, we were talking about Pitt potentially playing in an ACC title game. They can't even beat ECU. All right. Do you like the Ravens or Steelers, real quick?
Ravens.
Ravens. All right. Thanks a lot, Pony. See you next week. Hopefully
See ya.
we see you guys on KDK News right now.